Hey, how we doing today? It is.
Hey, good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, it is Friday, January 5th, 2018. And
I know.
this is
TGIF.
hey, this is our first. This is our first show of the year, and as always, here at the podcast by Mata, we
I
try.
know. So happy New Year to you and to everyone.
Thank you,
It's going to
thank
be an
you.
awesome 2018.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is for sure. Hey, everyone. Hey, please welcome to the show, Porn Starlet Lexi Mansfield. How we doing?
Woohoo! Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing great.
All right, good to hear. Good to hear. How was your? Let the fans know. How was your New Year's Eve?
My New Year's Eve was awesome. I got to celebrate early first with family and then headed to Countdown with friends. I had a blast at Countdown. I just went for New Year's Eve. They had 2 nights of it, but I saw the return of Dead Mouse. That was amazing, and just saw a lot of really awesome DJs like Diplo and Joyride. It was just an amazing night. I had a blast.
All right, all right. Good to
How
hear.
about you? Did you have a good New Year's Eve?
Yeah, okay. I just pretty much just stayed home. Uh, just watched the countdown. But
Yeah,
yeah, so it was good. I had a lot of fun.
just chill. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, can you let the listeners and your fans know how did you get into this fabulous industry, the adult industry?
Wow. Okay. So this industry, for me, I've been modeling mainstream since I was like 13. I've
Mm-hmm.
always been in front of the camera. Looking back, even at like a fairly young age, I was always curious about porn. Like I just used to sneak into my dad's like private stash and used to watch his collection of porn and like was always like, wow, this is just kind of, it was such a curious thing. It wasn't really bad. Then as I got older, being brought up Asian, that curiosity was kind of squashed a little bit,
Uh huh.
because, in our culture, sex is more like a very taboo thing and we don't talk about it. But then I moved to the States and, everything here was just like, wow, everyone's so open and free. And, it just became something I had even more of a curiosity for, wanting to explore on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
And then on a commercial level, when one of my guy friends started mentioning MFC to me. And then a year ago, I started webcamming on MFC. And yeah, that's how I got started, kind of.
All right, all right. Hey, by any chance, would you remember anything when you were watching your dad's stash? Any particular person that caught your eye?
A little what?
Was there any certain actor or actress that caught your eye when you were looking at your dad's stash?
Well, back then, I didn't know who they were. But funny that you bring that up now. I think I did see Jenna Jameson, someone, let's see, called, well, Peter North,
Okay.
Ron Jeremy, for sure.
Uh huh.
I only found those names out now, looking back, and I'm like, oh, they look familiar. I know who they are now. That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Those two, Ron and Peter, they're
Tracy Lords,
Tracy
and
Lords.
yeah, so kind of those are the impressions that were made on me. Who else? I guess, is it Tera Patrick? Is that her name?
Oh yeah, yeah. Tara.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. She was an amazing actress for sure. Hey, now you just won for you won an award for hottest porn starlet. Can you talk a little bit about that and let your fans know?
Yeah, wow. That award. It's been going, I'm not even sure how long that. I'm definitely very flattered and very humbled because I'm so new to the adult industry. So I guess it started with my parents on the Dr. Susan Block show, and I rode a motor bunny for the first time ever. Like, I had wanted to do the Symbian thing,
Uh huh.
and the motor bunny chance came. I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to try this. And I had so much fun, and I squirted, and I guess that must have been impressive for someone new. And then I think right after that, my amateur alert video dropped about 3 weeks ago and had such positive reaction to it. And I received so many amazing compliments from people in the industry and talent and just, fans.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got nominated and won the award from Dr. Simbok for being the hottest porn star. So yeah, I was totally surprised, not only winning, but being nominated. I'm just so grateful. so far for everyone's love and support towards me so early in my career,
Mm-hmm.
And I think partially because I'm really not that drama kind of girl, and I treat others the way I like to be treated. And so far, it's worked for me in life and in this industry. And I think everyone is so cool here. And it's so cool that you invited me to be on this podcast. And this has just been an amazing time and ride for me so far.
Oh, yeah, we're glad to have you on, and of course, later on in the future, if you've got some stuff going on, you're always welcome back as well.
Yeah, and especially if you come to LA, for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully, if that works out, I'll be there either the second or third week of February. So
Yeah, awesome.
now you're one of the most popular models on your cam site.
Oh,
Can you talk about how you came up with your stage name for that?
well, thank you, first of all, for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I've always loved the name Lexi. I don't know why. And so the first chance I had, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use that name. Now I get a chance to be Lexi. And I always thought I could rhyme it with like sexy Lexi. And then the name Mansfield literally is a field of men that I will conquer. So Lexi Mansfield.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, can you talk about your custom video thing you got going on for was it mini videos?
So many did, yeah. So when I was camming, I go, so what else do cam girls do? And they go, oh, you can start like premium Snapchat, or if you really want to get into it, you can do your own videos. And I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting, because I'm like a really, creative person, and as I said, I'm very comfortable in front of the camera. So I thought mini vids is going to be awesome. I went on their website, took a look at the other girls' videos on there, and there were so many like cosplay and like, all types of videos. And I'm like, this is going to be fun, and you can make money from it and do it yourself. I'm like, I'm down.
Right.
So I started doing my own videos. And my videos are kind of all over the place because I like to have fun with it, and I guess I get inspired from the porn that I watch too. I'm like, well, I want to try that, kind of bring it back into my mini vids. And then the custom videos started coming. I'm like, oh, people asking for customs as well? That's amazing. So I started doing customs and got a lot of different types of requests, and that's been a lot of fun too. It's a different aspect that I love, is doing your own, or creating your own video and content. It's just the creativity of it,
Right. Now, if they want to order a custom video or just a video in particular, where would they go to do that?
Oh, what? Sorry?
Oh, where would they go to order a video of yours that you're talking about?
So you can go to my many vids. That's where a lot of people reach out for me for custom videos. And you can find me on many vids under Lexi Girl Triple X. And some people email me too. I've been reached out, I guess, all over the place, kind of, but mostly many vids and email. So be manyvids.com.
Okay.
You can go there. Yeah.
Okay. Now, are there any other those paid type of sites where they can find your videos, or is it just many vids?
Well, OnlyFans. That's a new thing that's come up, and
Right.
And that allows for content where I do post like shorter clips, and it's more like a subscription base, but I do post like videos there too, and that's kind of nice because you're not paying, you're just paying for whatever content I post, and I do post a lot of different contents there.
Okay.
And those are exclusive. Some of it's definitely exclusive to OnlyFans. So that's a good place too. And then recently I put up my website. So hopefully when that's up and running fully 100%, I'll be selling my videos there too. But it's still in the works.
Okay.
Working hard on it though.
All right. Good to hear. Now your OnlyFans, where would they be able to look that up on the internet?
So for OnlyFans, be onlyfans.com, Lexi Girl Triple X.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, do you have any guilty pleasures? Like a TV show or a certain song that you constantly like?
Yes, I am like such a TV show person. I like Netflix a lot, and that's changed the game for me. But I used to love Breaking Bad, so that's sad for me. That show is over. I was hooked on it,
Hmm.
and I haven't found one since then like Breaking Bad. But Game of Thrones definitely comes close. I read the books before I even started the series, and then when I started watching it,
Hmm.
I didn't think it would be as captivating as it was. I just couldn't stop. And then
Yeah.
recently, I found out there are like 6 porn stars that are regular on the show. So, yeah, that's awesome to find out. It's
Yeah.
an amazing show with a lot of talented actors. So Game of Thrones, and I also love Black Mirror. That is a series from the UK.
Hmm.
And it talks about technology, how it affects our lives. It's actually really well done. And they finally have new episodes I've been waiting for. So I'm going to start with their new season. Try to savor each episode until the next one.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Game of Thrones. I was way behind. I started watching it, and I got to like season 3, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to catch up.
You couldn't get into it?
Well, I got into it. That's why I got up to season 3. But then I found out they're already like at season 7. I'm sitting there going, no,
Oh, really?
I give up.
Usually it's really not my type of show either because of the time period it's
Exactly.
in.
Same
But,
here.
right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, something about it that I love. I guess I've related to quite a few of those characters, and it just kind of hit home for me a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I may, maybe next week I may try to watch a couple episodes here and there just to
Yeah, I've
keep
heard some
it
people
going.
say that. It's like the kind of show you either love or you just tried and don't like at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it. I just got kind of thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna have to sit here straight for like 3 weeks to even catch up. So
Yeah. Yeah, give it another shot.
yeah. Now, what is something about you that not too many people would know, like especially like the fans?
Some people don't know about me. I have a fear of holes. It's called trypophobia. So I get really anxious and grossed out at seeing like many holes together or regular patterns of holes. It's kind of hard to explain. It's just there's lots of holes, whether it be in a row, in a weird pattern. I just can't stand it. I go, just give me the heebie-jeebies, and I just can't look.
In a row, like ROW.
It could be in a row or a pattern, but it has many of them, many holes. Like it just drives me kind of nuts.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like a lotus flower, they have those holes. That really, that's like the worst for me. Just thinking about it, or like if someone gets like holes on their skin or like injury, pomegranate's another one. Yeah, something like that. Ugh.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. What?
But you didn't expect that one.
Oh. What is what is an ordinary day like for you? That way your fans could get an idea of what you usually
Day
do.
in the life of Lexi Mansfield. Well, surprisingly, most of what I do every day is really social media based. I'm either editing photos, videos, like for my mini vids and stuff like that. Camming, definitely. As well as meeting and working with new production companies on a consistent basis. And on top of that, I also go to school right now for marketing, so that really helps.
Okay.
What I do, definitely. I still model part-time. People probably have a false perception that camming and being a porn star is easy, but what we do takes a lot of effort and commitment, and definitely a confidence in our bodies that I think most girls take a lot of strength in having. And more than anything, creating content or being filmed, a lot of my day is really social media and networking. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, what important lessons do you think have you learned so far being in the industry?
What kind of lessons? Wow. So I think the people in the adult industry can be some of the nicest and most sincere people you can meet. It's also close niche and seriously genuine because we all know what we want and what it's about. Yet the real lesson of this too is that I've met some of the most scrupulous and deceitful people in the industry as well, worse than any other industry because of the nature of our business. So I think being aware and being true to yourself is truly important for a female in what we do. And that's a lesson I've learned, is that if I can recommend anything, is to have someone on your side, the one person who can support you, whether it be a friend, family member, anybody, someone who you can talk to about what you do without judgment, because we kind of all need that to
Right.
stay sane.
Yeah, right. You're so true. Yeah, and me doing this show, a little over a year now. I have found out that this is a tight knit industry.
It is.
They stick together, and that's good though, because you got the rest of the world out there who are there with their fingers trying to judge them. So
Yeah.
they have to sit there and take care of each other. So
Yeah, and I'm surprised, it's like I feel that a lot of the other porn stars I met, they're so supportive and nice, and when you work together, they're not catty like in the modeling world,
yeah,
I mean, we all eventually work together, and many times probably, and so you're right, it's very, very tight knit, and we're a very tight community, and I like that.
yeah. That's funny. It's funny that you say caddy, because
Right.
I was a photographer for 16 years before I got in, doing my podcast show.
Wow.
So I know exactly what you're talking
You've
about.
seen that, right?
Oh,
You've
yeah.
seen that happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now, do you get? Have you ever been recognized out in public? And if so, but from your fans, and if so, do you have any interesting stories to tell? Or
Yeah, so I have gotten recognized in public. I think as Lexi Mansfield, the first time that it happened was probably 6 months ago at EDC in Las Vegas. So that's Electric Daisy Carnival.
mm-hmm.
And there was a number of my fans that were there, and one guy specifically wanted to come over and say hi, but he was too shy. And he was with my mother. They're like, do it, go say hi. But instead he tweeted me and to tell me he just saw me. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say hi or something? And actually, he was trying to be respectful to give me my privacy. And he was also very, very shy. And he goes, now I regret it. I really wish I did say hi and come take a photo with you. So that was really fun at EDC. And then another time it happened a bit closer to home where I was at a restaurant and someone just called out my name.
Oh, wow.
And so that was funny, and ended up taking a photo. I mean, it's kind of nice to be appreciated for what you do, because they say, we love what you do and that you're awesome. It's just, and flattering as that is too. I mean, we still want to we want everyone to respect their privacy, right? Because, of course, you don't want everyone just coming up to you at some point if you're getting recognized, everywhere. And I'm not there yet. But I think that, of course, at events, too, where I'm making an appearance, is great to see my fans, and I welcome them to stop by and say hi, when they came by AdultCon, and, which AVN is coming up, by the way. So,
Yes, it is.
yeah, I definitely welcome people to come by and say hi.
And are you going to be signing anywhere, or are you just going to?
I will be at the MSD booth, so you can find me there at the Hard Rock Hotel. During AVN. I'll be there every day doing certain hours. So I'll probably post on my Twitter and my social media when I'll be there. And the rest of the time, I'm actually meeting with other people, and I'll be filming and doing photo shoots and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good AVN this year. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right. Now, have you if say money were no object, what would be your favorite dream car to have?
I can't believe you're asking that question. I love cars, and there's so many dream cars I have. So this is such a tough question for me. I mean, it's like I envision one day my garage to be full of 6 to 10 cars. But anyway, if I had to really choose, and money wasn't an issue, probably the Lamborghini Veneno, which is a Poison. It's a Spanish designer that did it, and it's an amazing, amazing car, not only for speed, but for its style. Love that car. And I love Bugattis, and there's a limited edition Bugatti Veyron that I love. But dream cars with no budget, that's kind of definitely dream cars. But in the real world, on a more modest perspective, I think my favorite car would be the Targa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of my love for cars is, rock star lyrics, like a 12-car garage, but only 6 cars. Yeah, that's me.
Now the when you talked about that Bugatti, they just came out with a new one I see on the news, and
oh really?
Yeah, they only made so many of them. as of
Oh my
first
God, which one is
production.
that one? Oh,
I
I
can't
gotta
think of it
take a
offhand.
look.
And it was just this
Yeah.
week. It was this week on. I'm not going to say which news broadcast, but they were on there and they had a story on them. I'll tell you offline. Um, but
Oh my
they
gosh,
yeah,
you are
it
up
was
to
like
date on your cars.
3 point. I want to say $3.9 million is going to be the asking price for it.
Okay, so it's definitely more than the cost of this car.
Yeah.
Um, oh, okay, I'm looking online. Sorry, I had to look because you just got me like totally fascinated. I think it's called the Bugatti Chiron.
That might be it.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 3 point. They're just taking. I think they're taking. It's already out, or they're taking orders on it, and it's soon to be released. But it's like a
Oh, it looks
$3 million price
beautiful.
tag.
Oh wow. Okay. Yes, I'm going to look into this car a little bit more. This looks amazing.
All right. Hey, what's your like when you're out? Where the if you're at a fast food place or at a restaurant, what would be your drink to order or food?
Um, well, I'm a total foodie. I love Japanese food. Absolutely delicious
Mhm.
all around. Terms from sushi to yakitori to barbecue ramen. I even love their drinks. Like
Uh-huh.
they have kalpiko and they have like ramune. I just love Japanese culture in general. They just give a lot of attention to everything they do. I just love that about them. Even the way they plate their food.
Mhm.
Love it. So I definitely go Japanese all the way, but I do love French cuisine as well. I love foie gras. My go-to drink is definitely Coke all the way. No Pepsi. And I know when people try to cheat me and say, "I'm giving you Coke," I'm like, "No, this is Pepsi." I I love milkshakes, but I love food in general. I'm really down to try anything.
Okay. What
Japanese porn. Oh my gosh, let's not forget that.
Japanese porn? Okay. What
Yeah.
what is her name? She got really big breasts. What is her? Hitomi something or other. Offhand, I can't think of her name.
Oh, the porn.
Hitomi Tanaka. That's her name.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah. I like watching her. I just don't like the fact that they got to freaking blur it out.
Oh, that bothers me too. But I guess that
Yeah.
once they bring it here, if you work for the production, yeah, that because that's part of it. Like you want to see that, yeah. But just how crazy that porn can be. That's like
Oh
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely for sure. Hey, do you have any like special talents that the fans may not know about?
Special talents. Okay,
And
I
not and
can trapeze.
not the on screen ones, the stuff offline.
No. I can trapeze.
Trapeze?
Like trapezing, like flying through the air on a trapeze. Yes, I actually have done that. I have videos and photos of that. It's
Oh
one of
wow.
the most exhilarating things and fun things I've done. I didn't think I could actually do it, and right off the bat, I was able to. Well, I've done gymnastics since I was young. I
Mm-hmm.
competed, so I think part of that helped me with the flexibility of it. But I have a fear of heights, so that was a big accomplishment for me to conquer, being
Okay.
able to trapeze and fly through the air because I
Yeah,
literally have to jump off that. Yeah.
yeah. I have a fear of heights too, so yeah, there's no way I'd be able to do that.
Yeah, but I loved it, and
All right.
now I
Okay.
can say I literally do know how to trapeze.
Yeah, I mean, I sit there and you get that when you get up to a certain height and you get your stomach starts to feel that way.
Yes, that drop.
I get that when I'm playing, a PlayStation game and you're up high or something and you jump out and
Oh,
parachute. My
really?
stomach gets all
So Assassin's Creed would not be your game.
no, probably not. Because I play Battlefield 4 a lot, and so I'm up there, and I parachute down. I got kind of turned and look
You're
the
like
other way.
standing on, like, yeah, I'm not going to jump down.
So, say if you could do well, speaking of your dad's stash, if you could
Yes.
if you could do a scene with anyone in the adult industry from the past, who would you choose and why?
So that's a good question because it brings me back to, the point I saw from my dad's stash and the impressions that it made when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
And like I brought up Peter North, I'm like, definitely that would be an interesting. I mean, he's from the past, he's not dead, because it's of interest for me because, wow, does he really just come like that and just nonstop? I'd like to experience that, and see
Yeah.
for myself. Like,
Yeah.
that's a legend, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. And I think for a female, Tracy Lord,
Hmm.
the more innocent looking type and just, yeah, I
Yeah.
think those are probably someone I'd love to do a scene with, for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Peter. I think he's still shooting. He's got his
I
own
think
production
so
company. Yeah,
too.
he's got his own production
I
company and everything, and so.
So I'm like, yeah,
So
hello,
Peter,
Lexi.
yeah, Peter North. If you listen to this or hear there's someone knows Peter, hook Lexi up. Let's get that scene going.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Now, um, now you said you started out first in mainstream modeling. Can you
Yeah.
how'd you get involved in that and let fans know?
So I was spotted by a casting agent. I was just walking along on the street. I was 13, and she comes up to me, and then she goes, "Hey, I'm a casting agent. Have you ever thought about being a model?" And I'm kind of like, "No, I'm 13. Don't really know much about that." And so she goes, "I'd love to have you come into our studio and talk." And so I did. And they're really, really nice. They explained it to me. What they wanted me to do was for a commercial. So I did that. I did a commercial for a drink. And then after that, she casted me for a popular fashion magazine for teenagers
Uh huh.
in Asia, sort of equivalent to like the Glamour magazine over here or
Uh huh.
Teen Vogue. So I started doing that and then started doing commercials and runway. And I've been modeling ever since, even when I came to the U.S. I got spotted by another casting agent very close to UCLA. And so then I started modeling here too. So, yeah, it's been ongoing since I was 13.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, can you let the listeners know where they can find you online?
So online, yes. Um, Well, first, you can find me on MSB. If you come on MSB, myfreecams.com, you can find me as Lexi Girl Triple X. As you mentioned before, ManyVids. You can also find me under the same name, Lexi Girl Triple X, and OnlyFans, Lexi Girl Triple X. I pretty much use the same name everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
On Tumblr as well. Twitter is the only one. I had to use Lexi Girl Triple X 88. Somehow that other name was taken, so I had to add the 88 to it. And I'm very, very, I guess I'm up to date on my social media. You'll see me post all the time. So there's all those outlets that you can find me on, or email me at lexigirl88@gmail.com. And then the most new, my website, leximansfield.com, would be, I just launched that recently.
Okay.
So I'm excited about adding all my content to that. And
All right.
I'll be starting a blog as well on there. So lots of new exciting things to come on the website. So keep an eye on that. But it's slow because trying to do everything, organically. And so.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
if a listener's listening right now and they've never really been on a cam show or anything like that, but they're interested in seeing you, can you give them a little idea of what to expect if they log on to watch it?
Well, coming on one of my shows is always different, always spontaneous. I don't like to stick to any one thing. It's like you never know what to expect with me, which is great because there are times I just chat and have sexy fun on my show. Other times I like to pole dance. I love dancing and music. It's part of my soul. There are other times I'm just playful, like to play games and talk, and I switch it up a lot. I think keeps it totally interesting, and guys seem to love what I do and go along with it, and I love them for that.
All right, good to hear. Hey, do you have any contests, for during your shows? I've seen a few of
I
them do.
always run contests. On my shows, I run contests on my social media. So my Christmas and holiday contest is just over. I'm actually just starting new ones for AVN, so keep an eye out for that. I have different contests for raffles for winning a AVN date with me, or like
Oh, wow.
winning certain prizes and or privates, or like special videos that I give out. So yeah, definitely look out for that on Twitter and on my shows for when I go live on MSC.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we just finished up a holiday giveaway. Was sponsored by Bad Dragon, and we had a big long, almost a month and a half contest going, and Bad Dragon donated $150 worth of products, and
Oh,
so
that's awesome. I love Bad Dragon. They
yeah.
actually just sponsored me with some toys, so I'm waiting for that.
All
So
right.
I'll be promoting them. Yeah, I'm just so excited.
Yeah, yeah, they're good. They're a fabulous company.
I
Um,
love their products. That's awesome.
yeah, and those who are going to be listening to the show, they'll hear a little commercial for them that I put out, for sponsoring our holiday giveaway, and
Oh, that's perfect that
yeah,
you work with them. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
going to meet up with them at AVN too,
All
and
right, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, they're
I love them
fabulous.
as a company.
Yeah, they're fabulous company to have back your show, or in your case, back your content and what you do. So yeah, definitely for sure. Now, is there anything you'd like to say in closing to your fans before we close this out?
Well, I want to say thank you, first of all, for having me on your podcast. It's been a lot of fun. And to everyone out there, thank you for supporting me, for showing me so much love to a newcomer, and for people in the industry as well as out of the industry. I'm very humbled, and I'm working hard towards 2018 to do even more for everyone. And so, yeah, stay posted and see where my career will take me.
All right. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right, everybody. Hey, I want to thank you guys for listening to the show. Lexi, please stay on the line, and we'll talk when we close this out. And you can follow us. Follow my YouTube channel. Um, Once I get up to 100 subscribers, I'll be able to use my own URL. So I'm almost there. I'm like one person short. So go onto YouTube, in the search, type in the podcast by Mata, and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. All right, guys. Hey, man, have a fabulous Friday, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Hey, this is Joe Mata with the podcast by Mata. Hey, I'm here to tell you about some fabulous products from Bad Dragon. Hey, Bad Dragon sells some of the most dynamic designs, but that's just only the beginning of the story. Every Bad Dragon dildo and masturbator is hand poured and ships here in the United States with the highest quality U.S. made platinum cured body self silicones available. Now, to get more information on this stuff, go to bad-dragon.com. That's BAD-dragon.com, BAD-DRAGON.com. And if you place an order from them, make sure you tell them that the podcast by Mata sent you.